Welcome, everyone. We've got the Marvel Legends Gamerverse War Machine versus Omega Red. So this is part of their Gamerverse series. They're doing everything but mentioning that this is Marvel versus Capcom. I don't know why. We've got Marvel versus Capcom games for sale right now. But they're being really weird, and it's probably some toy licensing thing going on, at least maybe on the Capcom side of it. It's kind of a shame we won't get Capcom characters from Marvel Legends, but likely because there's other companies kind of doing them right now. So we get, titles for both figures, so that's kind of cool. We've got game artwork in the background, toy photography in the front. Same thing for Omega. Here is the UPC if you need that. And then on the back, again, we've got everything except something that says Marvel versus Capcom. It is interesting that this is Marvel versus Capcom here on this, graphic, but this is Marvel versus Capcom 2 background. So I guess you get to cover both bases. So that's the packaging. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. And real quick, this is how the weapons and accessories are laid out. So both have a couple extra hands. Omega's got some extra tentacles. He's got two sets, a long and a short one. And then War Machine's got rocket launcher, missile, and effect. So here they are out of the package, and it's a interesting set. This is mostly reuse with recoloring, but there is some uniqueness, some new things, some odd things. So War Machine, his body is somewhat different. I'm not quite sure what all parts he's using here. I know that some of the parts are from War Machine from previous release. We're going to do a comparison also, but I know this missile cannon is different. I believe the head is different. It's very similar, but the faceplate is different. He's got the cannon, obviously. He only has one moving dial here versus two that he had on the original. He's got a blast effect that easily plugs in. And then he has a missile that does not fit. At least it doesn't fit, going this way. I guess you could try, like, you can force this in here, which I don't think is good. And I don't know if you can even force it in there. I'm trying really hard, but I guess if I mushed this harder, it would go in. But it doesn't go in. Now, there's a hole on the missile. Like, you could put this in some kind of stand. And I did bring a can't remember if this is Mafex or Figure Arts, but this might work on a Figure Arts stand. And strangely, it does. So why did they do this? This is like very weird. Like, it's cool but weird. I've never seen like Hasbro like sell something with the implication that you need to go buy some other manufacturer's product to like fully enjoy it. I don't know. This is like a weird thing. It's cool but weird. They should have included some kind of display stand with this if this was the intention. All that said, this is kind of cool. And he's got the closed hands out of the box, and then he's got repulsor hands. Um, that you can swap them out for. But no effects to go with it. Although this character doesn't really have repulsor effects in the game, like this version of him. And then while we're talking about this, I'm just going to go ahead and bring out one of the recent War Machines, and you can tell that the bodies are different. I don't remember if this is Iron Man's armor or if this is new armor, but the legs are the same. Uh, the base arms are the same. The base chest, waist is the same, but the shoulders are different. The chest is different. The face is different. It's similar but different. So this is a new sculpt. And then obviously the weapon rack and the way that this works is completely different. So there's that. And then Omega Red, he is also reuse, and I'm going to show him off, but his tentacle, he doesn't have any attached tentacles in the package, but you can attach a long set or a short set. And then he's got closed and open hands, and then he's got counterpart closed and open hands in the package that you can um, interchange for the style that you want. And so to compare him with this was like one of those 4-packs that had Cyber and somebody else in it. Can't quite remember. It's pretty much the same figure. The shoulder pad attachment, overlay, whatever, is completely different. And this is designed to look more like the character in the game. But you know what? The face, excuse me, the head is different. I don't think the ponytail moves on the old one. The new one it does. You can tell it is a different sculpt. I know there's like so many variations of this one. This was the most recent version, but this is different. And I don't know if it's using a older head or if it's brand new, but yeah, the head is completely different. The arms are the same, just painted differently. The shoulder, the knee pads are different. The base legs are the same, but the knee pads are different. So this is like a different enough, you know, set that if you had this guy already and like, oh, I already got Omega Red. Well, actually, you don't have this one. You have something close to it, but yeah, I didn't realize how different this guy was. But again, you've got the short tentacles. You got the extremely long tentacles. They have a nub where they kind of insert in at. So when you plug it in, it does need to kind of pop. And it's designed in such a way that it's meant for like interacting with other figures. So, you can do some cool stuff with it. Not strong enough to hold them in the air or anything like that. There's no bendy wire, but nevertheless, very cool. Me personally, I'm probably gonna display these with the short ones because I generally kind of throw everything together on the shelf. But if you wanted to get some figure stands and do some crazy poses, where he's lifting people up in the air, you could totally do that with him. All right. So, last, wanted to stick this guy in here. This is the Storm Arena Ken, and this is probably the most suitable like Capcom property character to include with these guys. The Marvel vs. Capcom games, they took the Street Fighter Alpha sprites, they recolored them here and there, based on the needs. I guess Ken really isn't in. Oh yeah, he is. He's in Marvel vs. Capcom too, but probably the Ryu would fit better. But nevertheless, this is kind of like what you want to pair them up with for now until Jada comes out with their Street Fighter Alpha line. So just showing that to let you know you can totally you can have a Marvel vs. Capcom display out of these, even though Hasbro isn't doing the Capcom part. So a cool set, I would recommend it if you are a Marvel vs. Capcom fan. If you've got other versions of these guys, maybe you don't feel like you need them, but they are different. Very similar but different, and they're for the most part pretty cool. I'm a big War Machine fan, so I'm gonna buy all the War Machines, all the colors. Not so much Omega Red, but I think I don't know. I'm kind of mixed with. I like the new head on this guy. I like the bright comet colors of the previous release. You just end up getting both, and displaying both. So there you go. Let me know what you think. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.